Now here are the two leaves that I use the most. And this one is an Indian almond leaf. And you can get these from eBay or Amazon, and there's also a lot of new stores that are starting to carry these. So you might be able to find some locally. And these are oak leaves. And I picked these up locally. And the only thing you want to watch out for if you're getting leaf litter locally is just be sure there's no pesticides being sprayed next to them. Try to make sure it's away from a field a little bit. And that would be a devastating thing to go pick up some leaves locally and end up killing off your colony of shrimp. Now there are a lot of different leaves that you can use in shrimp tanks. And I personally use teak leaves and guava leaves on top of these two. And they all work pretty good. My only complaint with the oak leaf is that it doesn't really decay to the point to where the shrimp can eat it like the almond leaf. And what I mean by that is that is a Indian almond leaf skeleton. And I was just about ready to pull it out, but I wanted to show everyone what they look like when they're decomposing. And here is the new leaf that I put in, and they'll just start to munch on it, snails and everything, until it looks like a skeleton again. And depending on which tank it is, it always varies on how long the leaf lasts. Now, how many leaves I put in the tanks is going to vary on how big the colonies are and how big the tanks are. So these two on top up here are 33 gallons, and the colonies are pretty large, so I put about 3 to 4 leaves in each of those tanks. Now this one down here is a 25, but it only has about 15 shrimp in it, so I only put 1 leaf in that tank. And my usual rule for me is about 1 leaf per 10 gallons. But if the colonies are really, really small, I'll only put in 1 leaf, because you don't want to add that extra decay in the water, because it can, if you put too many in there, it can cause a little bit of an ammonia spike, and then that can cause all kinds of weird problems. And then, you know, for my little ones down here, it's usually about 1 leaf per tank. Now these leaves have been around for quite a long time, and a lot of fish breeders use them when trying to breed bettas or any other fish that likes a natural leaf litter in the tank. And these leaves, they release tannins into the water, which have been known to reduce stress in fish, and in my opinion, shrimp also. And they've also been known to release antibacterial properties. And what this means is your shrimp have a less chance of getting a bacterial infection. It's like a natural medicine. It's like it boosts their immune system. And I personally have never had an outbreak of any shrimp disease in my tanks that I've been breeding myself. And knock on wood, I'm hoping that it stays that way. Another thing that these leaves do is they provide a natural hiding spot for shrimp. And what this does is it reduces the stress after they molt, because when shrimp molt, they're vulnerable and they want to hide. And if there's no place to hide, it can cause more problems in the tank than what needs to be. And so this kind of just provides a natural cave or a little nook to where a shrimp can hide when they feel a little bit stressed out. Now, if I ever want to go on vacation somewhere, or I just have to leave for a couple of days, these leaves will provide food for in-between feedings for up to 2 or 3 days, depending on how big the colony is. And you can even go longer than that, as long as you have enough leaves in there. Now, to prepare these leaves, I like to just run mine under hot water and throw them in my tank. And as long as you're comfortable with your leaf source, you can do the same thing. A lot of people like to boil them, and to me that's getting rid of a lot of the good things that I like the tannins and the antibacterial properties. So I try to leave these just as pure as I can get them. And this is a mulberry leaf, and I'll feed these kind of like a food. And these usually get eaten in about 2 or 3 days. And the shrimp absolutely go bonkers over this. And then over here, I have some spinach. And I'm trying my first attempt at hydroponics. It seems to be going okay. I'm not really for sure how far I'm going to get. I'm really hoping to get another food source for my shrimp. I'm also trying out nettles, but I'm really having a hard time finding nettle seeds that I can get started, because they seem to be all dead seeds. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. If you did, could you please give it a thumbs up? If you're not subscribed, why don't you go and hit that subscribe button and help me spread this awesome hobby. I did go ahead and do the 500 sub giveaway drawing, and I'm going to go ahead and leave the winner below in the comments. And I'm going to leave it in the comments of the video of the sub giveaway also. So I want to wish everybody a wonderful day, and cheers.